06 is her number. If you want to get in touch with her beyond the show, do give her a call. You do need to take an appointment from the front desk manager. Ahluwalialaw.com is their website. This is Your Business Matters with Pallavi Ahluwalia from Ahluwalia Law Offices. If you have any legal questions right now for her, anything related to employment and family-based immigration matters, family law, corporate law, civil matters, now is the time to give her a call. Give us a call at 972-235-5555, number in the studio. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to welcome back Pallavi Ahluwalia. How are you again?
Thank you, Meetu. Thank you so much. Yes, we're back and here with being able to answer questions for the community and hopefully get our callers to ask us whatever they have for Your Business Matters.
Great. Let's go to the questions. Going to our caller, Fun Asia Radio. You are live on the air. I guess they disconnected for some reason. 972-235-5555. Call us back. All right.
Okay, let's go ahead, please.
Fun Asia Radio, you are live on the air. Go ahead and ask your question to Pallavi.
Hi, thank you for taking the call. Hi, Pallavi. I have a question regarding my wife's EAD. I was on L1 and my wife was on L2 EAD and she's working. In January, my H1 got approved in change of status and she fell out of status. So she went to India and got her stamping. Now she came back to US and we have applied for her H4 EAD because I have I-40 approved. But the decision has not yet come on H4 EAD and she has got an RFE, which the attorneys are responding to. But her employer is saying that she can join because she is within 240 days range and she is not out of status yet.
Yes, I actually had the same question posed to me just yesterday and I responded to it. And the answer is that she cannot work based on this receipt notice because the category for her EAD has changed. All right. So now after January 17th, the new rules allow people to use their receipt notice for the EAD to continue working. Right? But it has to be in the same category. She was an L2, she's now an H4, and her H4 EAD is based on the I-140 approval, I'm understanding, correct? So at this point, she does need that approved for her to be able to work. And my response to the last question I had was, this is going to land her in trouble as well as the employer, because on the I-9 they have to ascertain how they're allowing her to work, right? And then she's also signing off on that. And we do not want that to be used in this case to say that she was working without permission.
So, Pallavi, one more thing. She did not resign while she went to India. She was on leave without pay. So, can she continue on leave without pay now as well?
Yes. Yeah. So, basically, yes, she can. She only needs authorization to come through to work because her category changed. So, for example, whenever she's up for her EAD extension the next time around, she can use the receipt and continue working, but not for this.
Okay, and she is not signing a new I-9 because she is not joining back again. It's the same. She's just continuing leave without pay. So
well, they have to authenticate that she is allowed to work. Okay, step out of her immigration status. She has to update it because the immigration status has now changed. It is her obligation as well as the employer's.
Sure. Thank you so much. I only wrote the email to you. And I didn't get the response yet. Probably it is in the email.
Twice. All right.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Of course. Take care. Bye-bye.
972-235-5555, number in the studio. This is Your Business Matters with Pallavi Ahluwalia. Going on to our next caller. Fun Asia Radio, you are live on the air. Go ahead and ask your question, please. Fun Asia Radio, you are live on the air. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Hi, Pallavi and Meetu.
Hi. Go ahead and ask your question.
How are you, ma'am? Go ahead. Yeah. I have a question about premium processing. All right, go ahead. Yeah. So I have applied for premium processing around 1 week ago. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if, once it's approved, like how long it takes to get the approval notice?
It should come in a few days after it's approved, 3 to 5 days at the max.
At the max, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
So, but you have to have an approval by email as well. If you've applied under premium processing, we should first have a receipt, and that comes the day it gets receipted. And then the approval is 2 weeks from the time it got receipted. And once the approval is given by email, the next thing you would know is that you would get it in the mail, and that takes about 3 to 5 days.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks, Pallavi. And one more question. I mean, why I'm asking this is, like, I have a medical emergency in India. So if I travel to India and if I get any RFE or anything, since I have stamping till August, will I be able to return back?
Yeah, so you will return back showing your your visa stamp that you have and your old offer letter. And for this one, was this an amendment or what was it? So you may have...
It was an extension of stay with the same company.
An extension of stay. Okay. All right, yes. Then you can come in and then you can stay here and be here if the last action is the approval of your extension after you return from India.
Okay. But I'll be able to come back, right? That's possible, right?
Yes, absolutely.
The old H1. Okay.
Yes, you will.
So, yeah, thank you, Pallavi.
All right.
All the
Thank
best.
you for your question. All the very best to you. Moving on to our next caller, Fun Asia Radio. You're live on the air. Please ask your question to Pallavi.
Hi, Pallavi. My question is that I was on L2 EAD, and now my L2 EAD got expired in March. Okay. Just now I got my L2 approval, and I requested for the renewal of the EAD. So can I come in India because it's generally taking 2 months for the renewal, right? So can I travel to India?
So your L2 is approved, you said?
Yes.
And the EAD is pending, correct?
Right.
Okay, so all you have to remember is that you have to not be out for too long because you have to be in L2 status to get the EAD done. But while it's processing and you have a quick travel abroad, that's not an issue. You'll always also have to remember that if your visa is not stamped, then you'll have to go visa stamping and come in with your visa stamp right on the L2.
Right. So will there be any problem for the I-94? Because once I will be out, I'll get another I-94, right?
Yes, you will have another I-94. That should not interrupt your EAD, but given the strict stance that the government has, if something is not matching and that causes an issue, you have to be aware that it may in the future be an issue for the government to not have the correct I-94. The safest way is to stay in. If you have an emergency travel, you can undertake it. It should not impact it that much, but I would only take the risk for it if there is an emergency. Not that you have to be out for 2-3 months. And just one more thing, you can work on the extension of your EAD while it's pending based on the new rule.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your call. 972-235-5555 number in the studio. Going to our next caller, Fun Asia Radio. You're live on the air. Go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, thank you for taking my call. I have applied for my citizenship 8 months before my green card expires. Fingerprinting is done, but I have not heard back anything, and it is expiring now in a couple of months. So my question is, if I don't hear back anything before my green card expires, what is my option? Do I need to apply for a new one?
So if your green card is still not in, and you said you have applied for citizenship and your fingerprinting is over, right?
Right.
So you're okay. It's not like your green card is done. It's just that you don't have proof of the fact that you have a current green card. I would just keep a copy of the naturalization, anything with you. Now, for travel purposes, you cannot travel at all till you have an I-90 that is filed, which means that extends your green card, right? So for travel purposes, you require I-90. But for staying back, it's not required.
Right. I mean, I have not heard back anything on the interview, so the interview is not done. So let's say if I get interview request after 3 months, and by that time my green card has already expired, so can I still attend the interview with the expired green card?
You should be okay, yes. We should be okay. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for your call. 972-235-5555 number in the studio. This is Your Business Matters with Pallavi Ahluwalia, and we are taking your questions live on air. If you have anything that you would like to ask, give us a call. 972-235-5555. Pallavi, do you have any legal updates for our listeners here?
Yes, we know that the H-1B that we have been talking about for a while, for the last couple of weeks, is now coming up for filing. April 3rd is the first day for the government to accept the H-1s. They have to be prepared, that the files are prepared well and it reaches the government on time. And the quota will remain open as is the policy, or has been the policy for the past several years, for the first 5 days of the week, which would be 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. We advise filing up until Thursday, which is, I'd say, the 6th. And after that, I'd be a little cautious because on the 4th or the 5th day, they just randomly pull the plug on accepting the filings. So that's our note of caution. There is no premium processing this year during this time. So, and this is going to impact everybody. It's going to be a slow process. So we tell the students and the employers all to be patient there because they won't know for a while if they got selected in the lottery. The receipts won't happen for a bit longer. And the other thing is, we're also hearing from the Department of State, Mito, and this is for everyone, that visa processing everywhere across the world, and not just the 6 countries that were put on the list. Everywhere, the standard is now becoming extreme vetting. We have a blog on our website too, and we want people to just stay just tuned with what's the latest. We have a blog on, when to spot hate crimes. We have different news flashes, if I can call it that, that are out there for you, the community. So just go on to yourdesilawyer.com or ahluwalialaw.com, and you should be able to read. It's under the tab called From My Desk.
Perfect. Once again, that website is ahluwalialaw.com, and if you forget that or spell out wrong for some reason, Your DC Lawyer is what you can type in, and that will also redirect you to ahluwalialaw.com. Going to our next caller, Phanisha Radio. You are live on the air. Go ahead and ask your question to Pallavi.
Hi ma'am, this is Shaker. I have immigration question.
Go ahead, sir.
My employer filed for amendment almost like 11 months back, and the project got over, and I moved to Texas for another project. My employer based in Texas only. So do we need to file for amendment again?
Yes, you'll have to. Because that amendment that is pending was something that was filed, you'll have to amend once more.
Okay, and I would like to travel to India, so is there any way I can travel while the amendment is in process?
Do you have a stamp based on the previous approval with you?
Yes, I have valid visa till September.
All right. So if you travel to India, just take proof of all your amendments. The first amendment that was filed that is still pending, you said, right? 11 months and it's still pending?
Yes.
And then the second one that you file. Because when you come in at the port of entry, CBP can be a little tough trying to understand. My only concern is, and we don't have the visibility to how they're looking at the at amendments that have still not been approved, and because premium processing is being taken away, your case will be pending for a while. So if CBP makes even a decision in error to have you step out and wait till your amendment is approved, that may be an issue. So I do caution some, all of our people that are traveling at this point to be a bit careful.
Okay, yeah, thanks, ma'am.
All right. Thank you for your call. 972-235-5555 number in the studio. Going on to our next caller, Fun Asia Radio. You are live on the air. Please ask your question to Pallavi.
Hi, Pallavi. This is Chetan. Actually, my question is for my cousin sister. She is in UTD and she got selected in one of the company at Amazon. But they are filing the H1. But she is still pending one of the exams. So,
H1B in the new quota, you said, right?
I guess so, yes. They are filing in the new quota.
Right. So she has to, so if she's filing under master's or whatever degree, she has to have completed her course requirements. And there should be a letter from the university that says that she's completed all the requirements of graduation. Right. So filing or going for an exam is not an issue because she obviously still is in F1 status, correct? And that allows her to do whatever she has to as a student.
Then you're saying that she has to be on F1 till completed his master's, right?
Correct. So, I'm just questioning her eligibility for the H1B. The school is supporting that or not, but yes, to the simple question that you had, which is that can she take her exam while she has somebody file an H1 for her, that H1 will not start till October 1st. And while that H1 is even filed, she's still in F1 status. Yes, she's allowed to take her exam.
Okay, so means her college is, our university is allowing her to give the exam, that will be okay with her.
Yeah, because the college should be allowing her to take the exam because she's on F1 status. That's what I want you all to understand.
Okay, so till October she has to complete it.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your call. 972-235-5555. Number in the studio. Going to our next caller. Panisha Radio, you are live on the air. Go ahead and ask your question.
Yes, my question is, I have my mother, she is a green card holder, and she finished her 5 years, and right now she is in India, and she's coming back April 17th. My question is, can we just apply for her citizenship as soon as she comes to America?
So one part I can understand, ma'am. She's been living here in the country, in the US?
Yes, she lived here for 5 years, and she's just visiting back home and coming back on April 17th.
Okay, and how long has she been out this last time?
About almost 4 months, less than 4 months.
Yeah, then in a case where she's gone for that long, I would have her wait at least 3 more months prior to her application.
Oh, okay. So we have to 3 months and then apply for citizenship?
Yes, because she was out for 4 months. If she was out only for a few weeks, it would not impact the residence.
Oh, okay. All right. So we have to wait. Thank you, ma'am, so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for your call. Next caller, Panisha Radio, you are live on the air. Go ahead and ask your question to Pallavi.
Hi, this is Ajay, and my question is actually I've applied for a green card through my employer, and I'm about to get a green card. My 140 is already due for 4 months. So my question is, I'm about to get married also to somebody who's in India, but she doesn't have any H1 or L1. So what is the best way to bring her to US?
Your status is an H1B?
No, I'm on L1A visa right now, and my application for green card is already filed, so I should get my...
Yes, that won't matter. She is allowed to come in as an L2 because of that. Because you have an L1A, she is allowed an L2.
No, but actually I filed my green card, so...
That would be as long as you're still eligible for L1. Do you still have an L1 that is current or not?
No, but if I get my green card, so my L1 would be cancelled, right?
No, I mean, you can have both of those pending. Having people keep the underlying non-immigrant status alive till they get their green card. So just having the filing of the green card does not indicate that your L1 is done.
So if I get...
Go ahead.
I'm saying if I get a green card, let's say tomorrow, and I get married after a month or 2 months' time, so would my L1 still be active with my green card, or...
No. While it's pending, if you have an underlying status, then yes, your L1 is active. But once you get your green card, then no, it's not. And then once you get your green card, then you're going to be in a bad situation because she will have a 2.5-year wait to be able to come into the country as a spouse of a green card holder. So it's important, if you have to get her, you have to get her now while she's on L2. And then when she comes in, she also files an adjustment.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
All right.
All the best.
Thank you for all your calls, and we are almost towards the end of the show. Maybe one last caller that we can take quickly on the airwaves of Fun Asia Radio 104.9 FM. Your question has to be very, very quick. You are live on the air. Go ahead and ask it. Ask it to Pallavi.
Hello, my name is Amit, and my question is, my wife got a residency. She's going to be on J1, and I'm on my OPT, and my OPT will be expired on July 1st, and she will be getting her J1 on July 1st as well. So, do you suggest to go back to my country with her and apply for J1, or it's wise to apply for a conversion here?
I mean, either way is fine. You can do both. You can do either. The application for the J1 abroad will ensure that she can travel and you both can travel. If you're going to be a J2 dependent, then you can travel as well. And an application here in the country is just for a change of status that has no travel permissions. You have to get it stamped anytime you travel. But you are aware of the home country requirements, right, when you get onto the J1? Correct?
No, she doesn't have any home country requirement like that.
Okay. So you have to make sure then the visa stands to say that there is no home country requirement, because otherwise they want the stuff visa.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your call. And Pallavi, that's all the time we have today. Thank you so much for doing an extended show with us.
Thanks, Nita, for hosting me so well as always, and a pleasure being back here with you on Wednesday morning. I'm running a little behind today, but thank you to all the listeners who had patience and who had questions for us a bit later in the morning.
Our pleasure. Thank you so much.